And we're back, guys. Tennis in a minute. I'm your host, Good Energy. I give you the rundown on tennis coverage every day. Now, Osaka is back in action. The world's ranked 192nd. Oh my goodness, that does not sound right. But Osaka made it clear that she wants to play more clay matches. She wants to play more grass matches. And listen, she chose not to go to Germany. I do think she would have been given a wild card into that tournament, but she came to France instead, and that might have been a mistake because they put her up against Martina Trevisan, the world's ranked 78th. Yes, but she's been as high as 18 after that impressive run at the French Open a couple of years ago where she took out an injured, hobbled Leylah Fernandez. I covered that match, and I think Leylah would have won the match, quite frankly, but a lot of points she picked up propelled her to rank 18th in the nation, or the world rather, where she was at top ranked French player. And right now she's on the outside looking in. She's not going to make the Olympics, but listen, guys, she's 6-11 on the year. That concerns me. But when it comes to clay, guys, she's got nearly 250 wins on clay. 70%, literally just about, of her overall wins come on the clay surface. Double digit titles on the lower level, most of them coming on clay. And this is a bad matchup. Martina, she's short. She's very athletic, a short center of gravity. She plays great coming forward. I think she plays great tennis inside the baseline. This type of matchup where on paper, I don't even need to see statistics. Just knowing these players, Martina's going to make Osaka come forward and work for every point. And that concerns me with a matchup like this because Martina's so explosive. And then she yells after every point. Now, I'm going to do a video on players screaming and yelling. Patrick talked about it recently, and he feels, I do agree with Patrick as well. He feels that the player yelling has an advantage, but he does say that he feels that after the ball, after you make contact with the ball, after the ball leaves your racket, the tour should create some type of rule where they're penalizing players for screaming twice or extending their screams and yells because it becomes a distraction. It could be very intimidating to your opponent, and it could disrupt their focus. And I do agree with that. And just trying to understand why players scream and yell is one thing. A lot of people say that it's an action that can be controlled. And I think that's really the topic we need to get into. Can you control the screaming action? Because with repetition, if you've been doing something for 10 years, it's going to be very tough to stop. And a lot of these players, they start these screams and yells upon contact of the ball in juniors. So I don't know. But again, this is a tough matchup for Osaka, who's 8-6 on the year. Last year, she had the baby. She didn't play at all in 23. 22, she was 14-9. She's had some good wins on the year. Caroline Garcia in Doha. Indian Wells, she beat Ludmilla. I mean, she beat Svitolina in Miami, but this is the type of match where she's got to get her first serves in play. Only 67% of her first serves in play. That should be up to 75, 80 percentile range. She lost 52% of her second serves. While she did have opportunities to break Martina, 8 total opportunities, she only converted on 1. But this is the problem I just talked about. Martina's going to make Osaka step inside the baseline and play the short balls. She's going to make her work athletically. That's exactly what she did. 2 double faults, not getting her first serves in play, losing 52% of her second serves. Martina winning nearly 70% of her first serves and 4 for 6 on break points. Very efficient when she had those pressure point situations. And Osaka falls. She's not going to improve in the rankings. She's 192nd. Now, the question is, what's next? Is she going to get in the French Open? Right now, the big topic is Emma Raducanu. It doesn't look like she's going to get a wild card. She's going to have to qualify. I think she shouldn't have a problem qualifying. She is a lot better than that lower level competition, but remember, it's on clay. Martina Trevisan upsets Naomi Osaka. Tennis in a minute. We'll be back.